Hello and welcome. You're watching Arts TV weekly news review programme with me, Pete Nash. Each week I'll be bringing you the major news items from across Ethiopia and the region. This week, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed reiterated his government's commitment to resolve differences with Sudan and Egypt on the filling of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. In his address to Parliament, Prime Minister said that Ethiopia is keen to reach an agreement with both countries. He said that whilst Ethiopia does not want to continue to live in the dark, it has absolutely no desire whatsoever to cause harm to neither Egypt nor Sudan. He referenced the mutual benefits that all countries will experience as the Great Ethiopian Renaissance Dam becomes functional. He went on to say that if we wait until negotiations are finalised to fill the dam, the rainy season will pass and the country will lose around $1 billion in revenue. Finally, he said, we would like Egyptian and Sudanese brothers and sisters to see that we intend them absolutely no harm. It was revealed this week that COVID-19 may have infected 1 in 3 people in Ethiopia. These details were issued by the Ethiopian Public Health Institute, who went on to say that the pandemic is spreading at an alarming rate in this country. Testing carried out on Tuesday showed that of the 100 samples taken, 26 of them have tested positive for the virus. Public and private hospitals in Addis Ababa are reporting that the COVID bed spaces are full and medical services are difficult to access due to the overwhelming numbers. Until March 20th, there had been close to 200,000 reported cases and 2,647 deaths resulting from COVID-19 in Ethiopia. The 14-day trends of new cases showed an increase of 66%. The Public Health Institute has asked for increased vigilance in social distancing and mask wearing to help curb the spread of the disease. The Ministry of Trade and Industry announced on Thursday that Ethiopia has earned $2.1 billion from overseas exports in the first 8 months of the current budget year. This is 16% higher than the same period of the previous year. This has been achieved despite the challenges posed by COVID-19 pandemic and other political and social events. Ethiopian main exports are gold and coffee, while others include live animals, oilseeds, flowers and chat. This week, Ethiopian authorities have said that the use of family planning services not only saves women from unwanted pregnancies, but greatly improves their social and economic status. Evidence from Ethiopia authorities show the use of family planning services is growing year on year. The head of Waldia City Health Office, who spoke to Arts TV about the issues during a live broadcast, said they are doing a campaign on family health to create awareness. 95% of mothers in the city are now able to access family planning services, which has had a significant impact on the health and social well-being. But work still needs to be done to achieve even better results for women and girls. He added that Waldia should be seen as an example for other cities and urged that health extension workers to continue their important work. This week, it was acknowledged by the Ethiopian Board of Election that women's participation in Ethiopian politics is extremely low. Women make up more than 50% of voters in Ethiopia, so have a hugely significant role to play in the country's democratic process. Plans to encourage more women to get out on polling day are underway. Assau Abebe and Askal Tesema, representatives of the Asosa City Women's League office, said they are registered and planning to vote for the party that best represents their and their community's needs. The board is working hard to improve women's participation, both as voters and candidates, in the run-up to Ethiopia's 6th general elections. The elections are scheduled to take place on June 5th of this year. In other election news, Waldia Deputy Mayor Belenesh Asnaki says this year's election will play an important role in sustaining the country's survival. The deputy said to make the election fair, democratic and credible, it is the responsibility of the entire country to participate in the election. She went on to tell Arts TV that various campaign activities are underway in Waldia, including rallies, and the city has equal opportunities for candidates to express their views. She said this year's election is crucial for the survival of the nation, adding that it has the potential to move the country forward through these fair and democratic means. And now to some sports news. On Wednesday evening, Ethiopia qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations football tournament for the first time in 8 years. Despite losing 3-1 to Ivory Coast, they gained qualification thanks to Madagascar being held to a goalless draw in Niger. They remained second in their group, which earns them a place in next year's tournament to be held in Cameroon. Earlier in the week, Ethiopia had emphatically beaten Madagascar 4-0 to keep their qualification hopes alive. A win against Ivory Coast would have guaranteed them a place, but in the end, it was Niger's draw with Madagascar which propelled them into the finals. Ethiopia have missed the previous 4 AFCON tournaments, but next year they will be hoping to emulate their 1962 success. Let's hope 2022 is the year the Warriors bring home the AFCON Cup. In other sports news, an appreciation program was held this week for Commander athlete Doratu Tulu. Various high-level guests attended the event, held in recognition of her tremendous contribution to Ethiopian and Pan-African athletics. Doratu was the first Ethiopian woman and the first black African woman to win an Olympic gold medal, which she won in the 10,000 meters event in the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. The Addis Ababa city administration has promised to name a square after her and awarded her 2 million birr. The Oromia regional government has named the sports academy in Sululta town after her and awarded her 5 million birr. In a video message, Ethiopia's president said Doratu was an example of strong and purposeful commitment to her country. Thank you for watching. This brings us to the end of this week's weekly news roundup.